Take a look at your hand. Is there a smartphone in it? Are you watching this video on a platform that uses targeted ads? Are you wearing something you bought with a single click? Every one of these things, from your phone to this video, exists because of a pivotal decision made less than 30 years ago. The day the internet was sold. For years, the internet, or rather the precursor known as the ARPANET and later the NSFNet, was a pristine academic playground. It was a tool for researchers, educators, and the military. Commercial activity was strictly forbidden. But what if that ban had remained in place? What if, in 1995, the U.S. government decided that the network built with taxpayer money would remain a nonprofit utility? We'd be living in a world defined by connection, but completely unrecognizable. The real history hinges on the National Science Foundation's network, the NSFNet. For years, its acceptable use policy essentially banned all commercial traffic. But in 1995, the NSF officially decommissioned the network, handing the reins of internet backbone access over to private telecom companies like AT&T and MCI. It was a chaotic, brilliant, and ultimately decisive shift. It unleashed the gold rush of the dot-com boom. Imagine an alternative world where a powerful, non-profit consortium, a global digital trust, took control instead. Their mandate? To provide information and communication, but absolutely no advertising, no e-commerce, and no selling user data. This single divergence eliminates the core motive that shaped our modern digital landscape: profit. Without the incentive of billions, the scale, speed, and nature of the internet would change overnight. The first casualty is the one-click world of e-commerce. There's no place for a company like Amazon. Jeff Bezos' book-selling venture dies on the vine because the infrastructure won't carry commercial transactions. You wouldn't be shopping online. You'd be researching products in digital catalogs and then placing an order via a physical phone line or a dedicated mail service. Local retail would thrive, as the digital alternative simply doesn't exist. Furthermore, the massive logistics networks, the delivery services, and the huge, globally interconnected financial systems that power modern consumerism simply wouldn't have grown to their current size. The entire global economy would be physically constrained. Think about it. Without the pressure of online shopping, our towns and cities would look fundamentally different. Fewer delivery trucks, more Main Street stores, and a much slower pace of consumption. This is where the world truly splits. There is no Facebook, no Instagram, and no Twitter, at least not in the form we know. Why? Because these platforms are built entirely on the advertising model. Their product isn't the platform. Their product is you, sold to advertisers. In our non-commercial internet, that business model is illegal. People would still connect, of course. We are social animals. We'd rely on non-profit, smaller-scale digital communities, academic forums, university bulletin boards, and non-commercial chat rooms. The impact on culture is profound. No algorithmically driven news feeds means no filter bubbles. Misinformation would still exist, but it wouldn't be amplified and monetized by engagement metrics. Political discourse would be decentralized and calmer. Perhaps the biggest win? The mental health crisis linked to social comparison and constant digital validation may be largely averted. We'd be less connected, but perhaps more present. While the lack of ads is nice, we can't ignore the trade-off. Infrastructure development would be agonizingly slow. The massive rollout of fiber optics and the ubiquitous nature of Wi-Fi were primarily funded by the trillions of dollars generated by commercial ventures. Without that private capital, a government-funded network would be limited by annual budgets. This means the internet would be less accessible to the poor, less reliable, and far, far slower. Our hypothetical world would be stuck with slower speeds and fewer connections, meaning large video files, like this one, would be a rarity. The biggest tech giants of our reality, Google, Apple, Microsoft, would still exist, but their focus would be vastly different. Google would be a non-profit academic search engine, focused purely on organizing information, not selling clicks. Apple and Microsoft would dominate the physical hardware and software space, but with less competition from web-based services. In this alternate timeline, innovation would be driven by academic curiosity and national security, not consumer demand. The internet would be a powerful, ethical utility, but it wouldn't be the all-encompassing force that dictates our social, political, and financial lives today. The 1995 decision to commercialize the internet was an explosion of economic energy. It gave us unimaginable convenience, speed, and access. But it came at the cost of our privacy, our attention, and a global digital addiction. Our hypothetical world is a world of decentralized, slower, but potentially more thoughtful communication. A world where the greatest tech platforms are libraries, not marketplaces. It's not a perfect world, but it's a world where the power dynamic between the user and the corporation is inverted. So, what do you think? Would you trade your 2-day shipping and your endless scrolling for a slower, quieter, but ethically pristine internet? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed diving into this alternate history, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching.